complete revision.
Top left.
And that'll have the PDF attached
Top
to
left
it.
is his email.
So if you want to see, in case he calls, you maybe want to print it?
Go up.
Or look at it online?
To his
what was sent?
inbox.
What was sent?
There you
I mean,
go.
you can always come back in your transaction desk and look at the
Okay.
forms that you filled out, so you'll know what he sent.
Maybe hit refresh or reload. Right click someplace.
This is where they fish for leads.
Yeah.
Take notes.
There you go. The very top one.
There it is.
Okay,
Didn't say Adam Bob.
so we're gonna go through the consumer's experience of signing this electronically.
Attention, Billy Bob.
So we'll scroll down a little bit. I believe we'll have a click on that ink pen. Click here to sign. That's pretty easy. Okay, so here we can select a font. You can go in here and do instant. Let's not do this. You can go in here and do instant ink, and you can take your mouse and try to scribble your name in there. I've got terrible handwriting, and this turns out worse than my handwriting. I mean, it's really kind of sloppy and hard. So select font style. Maybe we'll just do that for the sake of doing it. We'll click on select font style. Your buyer can say, okay, do I want to look like this or this or this? Select one and accept. Create your password. So they have to create a password, and then in the future they'll be able to use it again. We'll just put maybe ABC123. Do you remember?
Oops.
No, it's okay.
It's always great to have an audience too.
She doesn't have a proper mouse to work with.
I know, I can't do that. No.
Okay, so we're gonna, no, we don't want to exit and sign later. We're gonna go over here and agree and approve the electronic representation of my signature. And I agree and approve the terms of service. I think we're gonna do both of those, huh? Yep. Let's highlight both here.
Oops.
What if you're sending this to a very non-techie person? They're gonna say, what in the world do I do?
You know,
Should you send them an email explaining what to do?
I always tell people it's pretty self-explanatory. I haven't obviously logged into this for a little while, but I've probably used this a number of times and not had anybody say, oh, what do I do? If they're trying to do it from their mobile phones, you might have an issue. But even tablets are pretty good, and if they're on a laptop or computer, it's pretty self-explanatory so far. I agree, confirm and accept.
The biggest problem I've seen is that sometimes you have a computer that's got a dated operating system or dated software, and the pop-ups don't flash up, so they don't see the stuff. But I've had very, very few complaints from clients struggling with Authentisign or Authentisign.
So right now, they have the option to review the contract before signing. So personally, a lot of times if I'm doing electronic signatures on a full purchase agreement, it's the first time we've done a purchase agreement, I'll be on the horn, they'll be on the horn, both on our computers. I'm going to walk them through and kind of explain the bullet points like I would in person. But so they can do that here, or we'll start signing, and that's going to bring them directly to the signing point. So your review discussion with them, if you have that, will be prior to clicking on start signing. Now it's a sign here, and I believe you just click there, and his name's going to pop in. Or did it already? Did we already do that? Okay. So next, we'll move to next. I don't know if we need to, or, yeah, I'm sorry. You have zero items remaining to click.
Oh,
Yeah, let's do that. 4-16-. Hey, look at that.
Yay.
Cool. So it says we've got 0 items. Self-explanatory still, done, accept all. You have accepted all the signatures and initials in the documents. You have the following options. Do you want to complete the signing or do you want to stay and review? We want to complete signing. And now, Jim, or Adler's got an email saying that Jim has signed this.
Oh, they don't have to go in and send it, it just does it automatically?
That did it, they're
That's
done. Thank
nice.
you for using, they're all done. If there was a second signature person and you did the inline as opposed to same time, that person's gonna get the email, they're gonna go through those same things. So, to your question again, I mean, I made it maybe complicated a little bit, but that was pretty simple to.
So now, after this step, you could go back into your, what's the program?
Yep, Authentisign, yeah, let's do that.
Not even Authentisign, but
Transaction
transaction
desk,
desk,
yep,
and that form and have a signature on it.
yep, let's do that. Let's go back to transaction desk once. Yeah, right there under the IE and the blue. Yep, please. So now that we're playing in Stratford Lane, so we'll click on Stratford Lane, and you'll see that. See, we had sent that stuff for electronic signatures, step 1, step 2, and then here you got final documents. So you go back into transaction desk, you can get the final document there. Or if you also click on transaction desk, you'll have a history of the files that you sent, the folders that you sent off for signature, and you can find it there also. But that's where you find it. Click on that and forward away. Any questions on the Authentisign portion?
I see like a lot of times when people send their contracts to me, they're locked. It's got a lock on it, and in PDF, then I can't, because we have our file in the cloud or whatever on our server, I can't combine them with other documents, because it's locked. How do I unlock
That's a
them?
Jim question.
The lock, Adobe, when they generate, there's different various levels of security. Authentisign, DocuSign, all the digital signing packages, they lay another layer of security that doesn't allow editing to that document. And that's any way you can't merge stuff into it. What you could probably do is get Adobe Professional, whatever the version is, 11, 12, 20.
Yeah,
and then you'll be able to take the documents and shove them together. You then violate the security, but for your purposes, it's only record keeping, it's not actual performance, so I think you'd be fine to do that in a lot of places. So if you got Adobe Professional, I think you'd be able to do it. It's pretty easy to do.
Okay.
Any other questions on signing electronically?
I want to add them up. In Authentisign, a lot of times you send a document off to a client, and then they say, well, can you just meet me down at the clinic and have me sign it? In DocuSign, I can pull it up on my tablet, even though it's still got the security in Authentisign. In DocuSign, I can just pull up my tablet, and they can sign right there. It will then update the DocuSign document saying it's signed. Can you do that with Authentisign?
I don't know.
You don't think so?
I've never tried, but I guess if I were in the same scenario, I might just give them that same tablet and say log in your email address. And
Yeah,
let's sign it.
I don't, that was my question.
Yeah. All right.
Well, the nice thing about Authentisign is you're already paying for it, and you have the top of the line, there's no extra package you can add to it. You can't pay another $5, $6 or $10 a month to get whatever. You got the best of the best. I mean, the best of Authentisign. Now, one of the things is the questions that we received are all about digital signing. In the back of that handout, we have probably just 5 or 6 pages that talk about all the different features with Authentisign, that portion. That's actually part of a, 200-page user guide that we did up. So it's somewhat technical. The bad thing about giving paper out, this is always my pet peeve, is in about 2 weeks what you have there is now updated. And I'll show you a really neat feature here really quickly, and then we'll open up for all questions. Could you go to under my account and pull it there? Yeah, go to transaction desk. And close that one, just got it on. One nice feature, how many people here use Evernote? Okay, you know the nice feature where anytime you generate a note, there's an email address attached to it? DocuSign's had that for about, and that's a competitor to Authentisign, Transaction Desk. Well, now Authentisign is using that, and they're starting to develop that. So now every transaction, once you've created it, if you need to, you can generate a unique email address for that transaction. So Open it up and go to that one, I think. Go to close it, just reopen it. Go to Flex and just hit, right there. And hit daily functions. Go down to transaction desk. Chugga, 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 chugga. And then work with the existing transaction. And then pick that one, that's fine. And then go to documents on the left-hand side, right there. Hit the edit button. Now, go to, where is here, that down arrow? And select the one that says, upload documents via email. And then hit the yellow arrow key. Okay, now what the scenario is I have something to add to this transaction, like disclosures, and I want to email it to me. Now I know it's not going to work on that workstation because I tried it yesterday and it blew up. But you have two choices. One, click to open email client, attach document, send, or click to save transaction email contact. Either one of those will do about the same thing. Click on the second one, let's see if we get lucky. Now if this workstation is properly set up, and it's trying to, in the bottom, how many people here use Outlook? Transaction desk works really nice with Outlook, and this is one of those features. In the bottom left-hand corner, if you can see this, that's a VCF card. That's your contact card. That's when you create a contact in Outlook, that's actually what it's creating as a document, a file called a VCF. So, click on that little arrow right next to it and try open. And who knows? It's trying. It's trying. It's trying. It's still trying. And it quit. What will happen is a dialog box pops up with whoever name this is, and it will say, have this big long email address. Do you want to save as a contact? So you can save that to the client's name. Now, anytime you have another document to send to this,
Chip.
yeah, try it. You're okay. Maybe you got lucky. For a type A personality waiting like this, there you go. I guess patience, you get rewarded. Anyhow, someplace here it's going to pop up, I think. And right here, see this email address right here? Right here? Right there? That's a unique email address. Now, if you copy that, there's no other, in my Outlook, I don't use Outlook, so this client doesn't exist. Now you have a direct link to that transaction. So if you want to send your disclosures, you want to send whatever, you send it that email address, it will populate that document box. So that's a really, really nice feature in my opinion. That's something that I've enjoyed using with DocuServe, and I use it with something called Evernote. Very powerful applications, can save you a ton of time. So anyhow, if I had Outlook loaded, this would have populated the correct way, so for you Outlook users, might be something to consider. You can close it if you want. Does this make sense, what I'm talking about?
No, say
Yes,
it again.
no?
Say it one more time. Just,
Okay, this email address here, once you've done this, this is a direct link to that transaction. You don't have to log into Transaction Desk. So if you have, I use Jerry, he's a builder. And Jerry builds stuff, and he has all kinds of Word documents that he has produced during the course of a transaction. Ones that a lot of us probably would use. You know, he has stuff going to the buyers. Well, now if he uses this feature, whether it's a draft notification or, you know, do you want to accept these cabinets or whatever it is, all he has to do is send that email address along with the buyer's email address. It's in the transaction.
oh, cool.
So it's really, really a nice feature. And it's, I could probably make it work with Google, with Gmail, with what we use. I know it works with Outlook, especially the newer versions of Outlook. I'm not sure about the other ones because nobody's ever asked me the question, but I think that's a really nice feature. That's why I told you about it. Okay, that's pretty much it. We tried to keep this to an hour. That was what we were told.
Now we'll kind of open the floor up to questions about whatever. If you want to leave, that's fine. We'll try and help you with any questions you have.